Hello and welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Guardian's Quiptic crossword, and this is being published on Sunday the 12th of 12th December, 12th of January 2025, and it's been set by Anto. Anto is a name you come to fear when you look at the Quiptic and you see it. I generally struggle with Anto puzzles, so I think the last one I did manage to get done in about 35 minutes. It wasn't too bad, but I have had a few where I've got 6 or 7 or 8 clues left still in the kind of 45-minute region and given up. I'm not going to struggle past that 45 minute if it turns out to be difficult. So I don't think there's anything more to say other than to just get cracking. Commercial assistance provided by governing body. Governing body. Refuge that lacks nothing for the present. So take up refuge is like a house, take out the O would be use to get to a word meaning the present. Is that a gift or is that the now? I can't think. Refuge, shelter hasn't got an O. Can't think of a refuge that's got an O in it. So moving on. Crack open clue and reveal great riches. 8 letters. Is that open clue? I think that's probably an anagram of open clue. Opulence? No, not opulence, doesn't fit. Okay, gonna move on, come back. I hope that's an anagram later. Secure local premises for digital upgrades. Okay, that's a nail bar, I think, isn't it? Nail to secure, and local premises is the bar. They are nail bar. Digital being to do with fingers, fingernails. Okay, I've seen that misdirection before. Review, eyeball study. Okay, review, eyeball study. I can't think of a study anything of den or con. Eyeball, pupil isn't really the right word. That's an anagram of eyeball, isn't it? I don't know what it is though. I assume review is an anagram indicator. Eyeball, given the word eyeball hasn't got many synonyms, I'd think that's an anagram. To get to study, so it's not a. Is it to study something, which would be a word that I'm going to work out later, maybe. Probably an ly. Some, okay, hidden word indicator maybe. Free purchases, return for some money. So backward hidden word of rupee. There we go. Basic fault regularly found on copper, for example. Well, that's an element, isn't it? Basic is copper. Copper's an example of an element. Elemental, yeah. Element, and then al from fault regularly. Okay, incompetent and disorganised Mad Taylor. That must be an anagram, Mad Taylor. Incompetent would be what would that be? I am going to get into the anagram helper. Mad Taylor. Just see if that comes up. Incompetent. No, I need some letters in there really. Okay, work hard. Work is op. Hard to reveal corruption. Cool. Work hard. I think there's an H in there somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an H over there. And a word for work will go in front of it. Corruption would be sort of like filth, but filth won't work. Network supplies, room in empty lodge. Okay, so empty lodge is LE. Network supplies, room in empty lodge. Network beginning with L and ending in E. Okay, well, I'm just going to check I'm still showing that on the screen because I know I'm running out. Okay, so perfect space at the moment. One after another, trainees picked up, so that's probably a sound like. In line, in one after another, in line, in row. And what done there? I think I put caps lock on. Oh, I'm on the wrong part. I'm doing these. Okay, this one here. A serious criticism that's humiliating. I mean, criticism can be can, rap. Gosh, so many possibilities. Okay, let's have a look at the downs. See what we've got on downs. So rogue and mare cut. So that looks like an anagram. Mare cut line, which is 5, 8, 12, 12 there. It's quite long. You'd think that has to be an A. Or I would. Mare cut line. Mare cut line would be a. Unlikely to have line again, I would think. Something time, isn't it? I think. A century? Is it a century? No, can't be century, doesn't quite fit. Let's put time in there. I'll try and type the word time in there. Yeah, I've got the letters for that. A mare cut, not a mare cut. Sorry, mare cut line. There we are. Mare cut line is country mile. Okay, a country mile. Change my a country mile. Yeah, you say that's not my country mile. Yep. Great player represents the very essence of primeval passion. Got an I ending. Essence of primeval would be, I assume, the ME, and passion would be great player. MESSI. So the middle letters of those two words. That gives you Lionel Messi. Nice. Harm caused by smell over drain. I mean, I'm looking for a word meaning drain, which I would assume is a misdirection of to meaning to sap rather than actually a place. Location-y kind of drain pipe or whatever. Harm caused by smell over drain. I think reek, break. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a break. I'm going to just put for reek to go, although I think reek's double E, sorry. Okay, company involved in growth is a nuisance. Gosh, so I'm assuming I need to put company CO in somewhere. In a word meaning growth. A nuisance. Scourge? Yes, growth is a surge, isn't it? Wow. Okay, that was a bit biff lucky. Path around home is familiar. Again, around home, is that in or ho? Familiar would be. Can't think what that would be at this moment. Banks could be something to do with rivers. Banks could be a hidden word. Invest reserves initially in bonds. So invest reserves initially in bonds. So you'd think that's banks. Could that be tries and ties? There's the R going into ties, which would be bonds. Banks tries. I'm not sure about that. I'm going to put that one. I'm going to take that out to remind myself. Golden bust artist made for players. So golden isn't necessarily, gold is OR or AU, but golden bust artist made for players. Players makes me think of orchestra players, actors, and obviously football players or cricket players or any kind of sports person. I think it's orchestra, isn't it? Orchest. Right. I got the R. I had the RA for artists. Yeah. Okay. So golden chest. Right. Okay. Very good. The least complicated measure for fungal infection. That must be. But I said the least complicated would be an anagram of the least. And actually, we've got an LE here. Health. Is that health? Or health? Something health. What have we got? Hell. An S. Measure health yard. Health. Fungal infection. Yeast. again, not really. Let's just, I've got two H's there, and I've only got one H if the least, so let's take that out. Oh. I think I'm going to forget that one for now and move on for now. Think about a fungal infection, might be later. Athlete's foot would be a good answer, actually. Let's just go back to that. It's only the only, probably the only, that H wasn't helping me. Athlete's foot, the only fungal infection I can probably name, really. Friend with a spread. Friend is pal if I've got a P there, isn't it? Pal, A. That's going down well. Palatable. Spread table, yeah, you got a table, fair enough. Everyone is supporting the big drunken element in pool game. So that's a ball, isn't it? Something ball? Pool game? Everyone? All. The big drunken. Okay, yeah, so there's my B, which means what, we've got 8 ball. Is that right? The big anagram? Yep, drunken. Okay. I must need to look off the page, mustn't I? Yeah, I'm just going off. Let's look at these clues down here then. Bring that down to there. Okay. So, I can go back to the crosses, can't I? Again, I've looked at this one. Let's take that out and have another look at the Mad Tailor. Maladroit, is that? Adroit? Is that how you spell it? Incompetent, maladroit, I think. Next one across. Work hard is to graft. Oh, and what was it? Work hard to reveal corruption. Okay, I'm not sure why that's to reveal corruption though. But work hard is to graft. Not sure about that. There's a second F, but I think it's probably correct. Network supplies in room in empty lodge. Well, I got the L, so I guess there's an E here. Room is a, no, not a something, attic, lattice. Attic, wow, okay, attic, lattice. Okay, one after another, trainees picked up. I thought that could be an anagram, but I can't count the letters. Train is 8 letters, and I've got 7 to do. One after another in troops, in ties, in. Yeah, fairly sure that's the sound like, really. That one, a serious criticism that's humiliating. Humiliating is, can't think, need some more letters. Leave with mate from Paris to Spain. Is that amigo? To see Spanish. Is that amigo? Ami is French for friend, and to see Spanish counterpart. I'm not sure about the last bit actually, but leave is, yes, go, and amigo is the Spanish version. There, brain got round it finally. The serving girl spread warning that vehicle is rolling back. What? Must be reversing light, mustn't it? Reversing. Reversing looks like it's now going of serving, and girl with the is probably light. I think that's it. Yeah, warning that vehicles rolling back is that. So feeling bad about governing without left. Feeling bad. Oh no, I've got 2 clues there that I can't work out at this moment. I'm going to go back to going through the downs. Okay, so united sides, lacking heart, but they're comfortable outfits. That must be onesies, mustn't it? Comfortable outfits with those letters. End piece, that protects the rear when flying. Tail, end is tail. Is it tail pin? That protects the rear. Tail fin. Piece, what's a piece? Tail. That's an in-word, as I said before. Tail. Okay. And the other next down is this one. Problem that starts impacting, so that's an issue. That's just an acrostic. Okay, so this is a serious criticism is a bashing. Humiliating is a bashing. Yeah, you receive a bashing, don't you? Okay. dovetail gun. That would protect the rear, definitely. Okay, so that's looking better. If I could just get this one, I wouldn't have to ever scroll down here. And feeling bad about governing without left. I think that's ruling and ruling in interns. Interns, yes, interns. So trainees are interns, aren't they? Okay, good. Okay, so it's going quite well. I haven't got too many left to do. I haven't had a look at this for a very long time. Administration, I think. Ad is a commercial. Is it? Why am I thinking of that? I'm sure it's administration. I just don't. Governing bodies, administration, admin, commercial assistance. I'm not quite sure whether that would be administration. If it is, I think it is. I'm guessing with that T, aren't I? Let's have a look at these downs. This one here. Refuge is an oasis. That lacks nothing for the present. Is that oasis? Because then that can be nosebleed going down there. Harm caused by smell over drain. Drain is to bleed, as I sort of said it would be going in that direction. Smell is to nose. You nose something, you smell it. I think it has to be oasis. I'm not sure entirely why for the present. Is it asis? Okay, well, crack open clue. I said that could be. I'm not so sure about this tries now. Let's take that out and just see if I can do something here. I think open clue is an anagram. Clue. I said opulent. Opulence? Opulent. Opu. I think that's opulence, but I don't know. Maybe I've got the wrong spelling. Maybe there's a version opu. Let's see, opule. In that case, that would be banks. I'm not sure. This one, review. Oh gosh, that one. Path around home is familiar. Routine. Yeah, route around that would be recent. This could be nascent. Review. Review is to opulence. It does fit. How did I fail to fit that? Opulence. Okay. Is it the anagram? Not right. Clue. Yeah, no, I'm just being thick. Banks, invest, reserve, bonds, trees. I mean, I would think that has to end in an S. We've got both banks and bonds at the start and the end of the clue. But what would fit in there and what fits in here? Let's take out. Well, let's leave it in actually. Review is to eyeball study. Well, it can't be an anagram. I know that much now. What are bonds? Ties. I said that before, didn't I? I mean, I'm assuming administration is correct. Governing bodies and administration. Commercial is an ad, and administration must be a word for assistance. I think I've heard of that. Review. What's this? A nos. There's not many things I'll put in there. NA, which makes you think nascent, but nascent's to do with developing, isn't it? And I can't really see why that would. This, nos. if I take out the S, oh, if I spell routine, but it'll be better off, won't I? Yeah, okay, that's more like it. Review, eyeball, study, inspect, must be. Yeah, a review. Okay, so it's just all those. Which just leaves this to be banks invest reserves initially. I think that's the River T. Bonds are trees? Or tiers? Tiers are banks, aren't they? Tiers they are. That's it. Boom. So I think I'm all done. Check. Everything done. Yeah, all done. Okay, that was good. A little bit of thickness at the end there, but just under 20 minutes. Okay, that's what I want from a cryptic, I can honestly say. Right, let's go through the clues, because that wasn't easy, but it wasn't impossible. So commercial is an ad, short for advert. Ministration is a more obscure word for assistance, I guess. And a governing body is an administration. You know, think of the political administration. Okay, refuge, that lacks nothing for the present. An oasis is normally known as a refuge, but what lacks present? I can't think what's going on in that clue. Nothing could be an O, and then asis, as is. Okay, O as is. Present is as is. Yes. Okay. Opulence is an anagram of open clue. Crack is your anagram indicator. For some reason, I just could not do that in my head. Or miscounted the numbers or something, but yeah, opulence is great, reveals great riches. Is great riches. We've got a bit of a cryptic one here where secure is to nail. You nail something to the wall, you secure it, and local premises is the bar, and digital in this digital upgrades. So you digital, think of your fingers are digits. Upgrading them would be going to the nail bar. Inspect, review, eyeball, inspect. I mean, review, eyeball, study. I think that's a triple definition. You know, each of those words means to inspect something. Sum is telling us there's a hidden word, and return is telling us it's a hidden word backwards. So if we look in purchase, begin in purchases, and go back from the R, we get rupee, which is the Indian currency, money. Basic is element. And as in, that's a basis of that, that's a basic part of that, it's an element of that. Fault regularly says take the second and fourth letters of fault to get to elemental, and copper is an example of that. Incompetent is maladroit, I don't know quite how you say it, which is an anagram of mad tailor. Disorganised is your anagram indicator. Work hard is to graft. I don't understand reveal corruption being graft. Maybe that's just my lack of knowledge about words. A network, a lattice is a network, and a room is an attic, and that's an empty lodge, so put the L and the E, so put attic into an LE, so for empty lodge. We've got a sound like, as indicated by picked up, and one after another is interns, spelt this way, and trainees are interns, which is normally a one word with an E. Excuse me. Let's continue on down. So, a serious criticism, well, a bashing, and humiliating is a bashing. We've got the Spanish counterpart is the amigo, so we're talking about friends and mates here. So, leave is to go. The mate from Paris is ami, French word for friend in France, and therefore the Spanish friend is an amigo. We've got an anagram of the serving girl. Spread is the anagram indicator, and a reversing light is the warning that a vehicle is rolling backwards. What have we got up here next on the downs? We've got another anagram indicated by rogue of mare cut line, which is an anagram of a country mile. And a country mile is quite long. I don't know what the actual derivation of a country mile is, whether it's an actual mile or just kind of people went, well, it's over there. But you say, I've heard it said, so and so could throw that ball a country mile, meaning they can throw it a long way. May just be a kind of a saying. Great player. So we've got Lionel Messing is our great player, and represents the very essence of his saying, take the middle parts of primeval and passion. So the ME are the middle two letters of that eight letter word, and SSI are the middle three letters of that 7-letter word. Right, what we've got? We've got harm. It's a nosebleed. Okay, obscure definition. If you smell something, you are nosing it, and if you drain things, you bleed them. Nosebleed. Company is CO, involved in a growth. So growth in this case is surge. A nuisance is a scourge. Same construct here really. We've got path, which is a route going around home, which is in, and familiar is routine. Banks are tiers. We've got invest reserves initially, so put R, letter R, initial letter of reserves, into word for bond, which is ties. The answer is not tires or tries, sorry, it's tiers. Tiers are banks of things. Okay, we've got a good charade here of golden is OR for OR is short for golden. I've never quite found out why, but it is. Gold comes up as OR quite a lot. A bust, well, the chest of a woman is a bust, and an artist could be an RO, which is I think short for Royal Academician. And gives you the orchestra players. I'll just have a swig of tea, excuse me. We've got the anagram of the least to get athletes. Complicated is the anagram indicator. Foot is a measure, so old imperial measurement, and a fungal infection is athlete's foot. We've got a friend is a pal with a, so put a, and then a spread. Your table is a spread. Put out a nice spread of food on the table. That's going down well as palatable. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Everyone, so all is supporting. Everyone is supporting, so put all at the bottom. And then we've got an anagram of the big, which is indicated by drunken, and that gives you element in pool game. So pool game this time is not something to do with swimming pools, it's to do with kind of snooker and pool tables. And 8-ball is a version of the game. We've got, I didn't actually look at this one, I was just going to go on with it. Comfortable outfits are onesies. United sides, okay, united is one, and sides is lacking heart, so take the D out of sides, gives you one sides, onesies, sorry. End piece that protects the rear, so yep, end piece that protects the rear when flying. I just wonder if there's anything more there than a cryptic kind of clue, because the tail gun is obviously the thing that protects the rear if you're flying. End is tail. A piece that protects is the gun. The rear when flying, tail gun. I can't really see anything more than just a bit of cryptic-y stuff going on there. A bit weird, really. Last couple of clues then. Problem that starts. We've got problem is an issue that starts, and then impacting some site users' experiences, an acrostic of those 5 words to get to issue. And then if you're feeling bad, you could be ruining something. And governing without left is ruling with the left L taken out. Ruling to get to ruing. So there we go, all done. I like that one, that was good. I got through that one quite well, even though my brain wasn't going 100% on trying to work out anagrams like opulence. But yeah, good one. Thanks, Anto.